Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Guide podcast. I'm here with David O'Shaughnessy.
Hello.
And myself, Fiona Flynn. And we are here to talk about the biggest event in TV this week, which is, sadly...
Unfortunately for everyone watching TV.
Nothing cool this week, really. Well, it kind of depends what your perspective is. But it's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. What are your thoughts on this overall?
I think firstly you have to do I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here! Yeah. Which is, has been going for so long now that it's ingrained into our life. It's like going for half our lives, I feel.
Yeah, forever. Forever and ever. Yeah.
It's the only thing that keeps Ant and Dec coming back to television.
Neither of us Googled what date it started at, did we?
I think it was 2004.
Was it? It was it was long after the Big Brother era anyway. It very much came at a time when we were...
Yeah, in the midst of another reality TV and things with celebrities and that.
Maybe not that long after Big Brother, come to think of it. It was one of the main... It's been one of the longest lasting of them all anyway.
I remember it starting and being young enough that I was at home in the summer watching it, being like, what is this?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But in the summer, was it not always on at this time of year?
No. It used to be on. There was I think it used to start or the first one was an August kind of thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I wonder, I'd say as the years have gone on, they've worked out what's the better season maybe to record it. Because although at the moment they seem to be having terrible trouble with storms, and apparently it's not even the problem with the campmates. Obviously, they want to make sure they're going to be okay. But they keep on getting blackouts so that they can't
record.
Edit it.
Oh, edit. Oh, wow. Okay.
Just even the editing room. So can you imagine? It's like, God knows what we're ending up getting, but what's been left on the edit room floor. But even last night, I think it wasn't on. Actually, I thought it might have been on because of the storms, but it was due to a match or something. I don't know. It was Tuesday night that it didn't.
A round ball game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Apparently that's what it's about.
But I think I want to 2004. I'm not sure, but it's been going. This is the 15th season.
Yeah. Let's not get bogged down with stuff.
I know, but I know there was definitely a year where there was two on.
Really?
There was definitely the two. There was one in early start, January, February. It's kind of what they now do with Celebrity Big Brother, where there's one start of the year and one at the end.
Yeah.
It was
so whatever year. Regular people doing it?
No. It was it was the year that Carrie Katona won. She won the start of the year and someone else won at the end of the year, something like that. And that was early 2000s anyway.
Yeah.
So So I'm not going to do the maths, but I'm pretty sure it's 2002 or 2004.
Yeah.
Depending on counting the doubles.
But anyway, it's back, and it came back on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I never really watched it that much until last year. And I think I was so took the bait of an Irish person being in it with Nadia Ford. And I really did. You get so hooked in, and I think I find it actually difficult to watch in a lot of ways because of the Bush Tucker challenges.
Really?
Yeah, I hate them. Maybe I'm weak, but I just can't.
Did you never get into the Fear Factor when it was on?
No.
Oh, the Fear Factor was amazing.
I hate spiders, I hate bugs, I hate rats.
So do I.
I know, but I really feel for them. It really upsets me, and I don't
know.
No. I can't handle it.
I think I'm the person that they want to watch who sits there and goes, ah!
No, I find it funny and I watch, but I honestly, if I was a Z-list celebrity like all of these people are, I don't think no matter any amount of money would get me to go on that show.
Yeah.
There's so many other ones you could do.
Name your price.
If I'm pathetic Z-list celebrity, well, I shouldn't say pathetic, but you know what I mean. But let's not be too harsh about it. But if you're kind of on the rung of you live off reality shows, there's so many out there at the moment. I wouldn't be going to the jungle living, because even celebrities have said afterwards, they kind of always secretly hope that they were kind of looked after outside, without the cameras, and there was a secret hotel room.
And cut, and we go back and we have a shower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, you're living in complete jungle, and
Yeah. No, I can't even camp at festivals for 3 days anymore, so I don't think I can do a jungle.
Weeks.
I also can't do heat, and I don't like, as I said, all those things. I couldn't do it. Yeah. But then if someone went, here's a bowl of money.
Yeah, how much did you do it for?
Depends how famous I was.
Okay. So
right now?
Yeah.
I would probably do it for...
You're well known amongst the 15 to 19 age group, but you kind of want to break on through to that. I don't know.
Why am I
Who are you?
A teen? Why am I Justin Bieber? I don't understand this. Or One
you're
Direction.
A kids TV presenter.
I'm Zayn Malik. Yeah. He can name his price.
He could do anything, yeah.
I don't know. It depends how famous you were. But I mean, personally, right now, if someone threw 10 grand at me, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go.
10 grand? No.
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I don't know. It's hard to imagine to have that.
Not 10 grand. I don't know. And also, then if you get there and you're like, actually, no, this is horrible, I don't want to do it, I'd leave.
Yeah. I can see the appeal. Okay, I get it. But anyway, so we should probably talk about who the hell is in it this year.
Yes, who the hell is in it this year? I have no idea.
Oh, normally there's someone who you go, yes! Like, I really want to see how this person fares. Like, and a lot of the time they are a, you know, pretty shitty celebrity, but there's someone, I don't know, maybe it's just me personally, but I always find someone that I'm like, okay, I really want to see how this person
rooting
gets
for person
on.
or someone that you're just like, oh, I wonder what they're like outside of the
like when Jordan was in it, and the whole like, or who, like as I said, Nadia Ford last year, just people that are kind of like, what do you actually like, you know, you don't really know them that well, or famous singers or something. Whereas this year I'm like, as they were kind of coming up and, you know, off the helicopter and, you know, arriving in to jump into the jungle, it's like, who the hell? They all seem to know each other, but
they all are on that Z list.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, is that
like,
Duncan Valentine?
Parade.
It's like they're all waving to each other in helicopters, and I'm like, oh, you've done so many reality shows together. This is your life.
Oh, God.
And I feel there's so many in it this year who are just reality stars that there's going to be so many people knowing how to play it, you know, that way. Which will be great for the entertainment value for the people working on the show, but it's still, it's so good. It's going to be so obvious. Like, a lot of them are, you know, made in Chelsea and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, we just said, well,
let's hope they're tortured by whatever's going on. Anyway, who are they? Who do we have?
They? Well, the biggest one, I guess, at the moment, and who is set to, well, is odds-on favourite to win, is Georgie Porter, who is from Hollyoaks. Now, she's a really pretty blonde girl in Hollyoaks.
A really pretty blonde girl.
Pretty girl in Hollyoaks.
Oh, so she's
so
she's going to be in the jungle in a bikini, having a lovely shower. And
and she's odds on favourite to win, I guess, probably because she's in people's sitting rooms every night of the week on Hollyoaks, and would she be the most famous, which is an odd way to put a Hollyoaks star as the most famous, but she
I think it's the first time she's in the most famous person in the room.
Exactly.
Unless she goes home at Christmas, I don't know.
Like, I wouldn't even say she's not necessarily the most famous, but she's probably the most familiar to the audience that would be watching. Say, like, obviously Chris Eubank is huge, and
Chris Eubank's in there.
Chris Eubank's in the jungle.
Okay, no, he's famous. Like, I know who Chris Eubank is. I don't know who Georgie Porty face is.
Chris Eubank is and so far has been pretty interesting.
Oh my god, I think
he's only hilarious. In, but yeah. He's so ripped. Like, I know he was a boxer.
I know, but like, okay, now I kind of want to watch. Okay, so we've got Georgie Porter. Georgie
Porter's in there, yeah. So, and she looks like she'll be the kind of, there's all this talk of like love triangles happening, because also in there is Union J. Do you remember Union J?
Oh, Union J. Hello, X Factor expert here. Of course, I know Union J. Which
I always
one?
think of them as like
George. The curly-headed one.
Yeah.
Little mop. Like, he literally was 16 when he was on the show, and he was the one that, like, he wasn't a J.
Yeah.
Because it was like the rest of the band were like 3 J names, and they stuck George in to make him a band. It was Louis' decision.
You know too much.
I do know too much for the thing, but he was like the curly mop-headed, like Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Addition.
See, I always thought of Union J as the poor man's One Direction, and I assumed they kind of fell off into obscurity. And I'm a bit shocked to actually realize that they're famous, but I'm just too old to realize that.
Yeah, I think we're not engaged with whatever they're doing. But how old is this George?
I'd say he's like 22, I think.
Okay.
22, 23.
And so it's him and...
So it's him, and they think there's going to be romance between him and Georgie. But now Spencer Matthews from... which one is Spencer Matthews
Oh, the gross one from Chelsea.
Yeah, no, Geordie Shore, is it?
Spencer's from Made in Chelsea.
Is he?
Dark hair,
I can't keep
big teeth.
Yes.
Of course, it's Chelsea, darling.
So he arrives in with 2. I suppose we'll get to them, but there's 2 others arriving on Wednesdays, which I guess by the time people have listened, they will already have arrived. But he also has his eye on Georgie Porter, and the other 2 women who are arriving in is Fern McCann and Vicky Pattison, I think. And
my god, Crazy Vicky from Geordie Shore and X on the Beach and
exactly.
Oh my god.
So she's arriving in, and they were all like this little George lad, and they're a few years older. I'm like, Jesus, leave him alone.
I know, he's actually going to be eaten alive.
He's going to be eaten alive.
If the rats and the snakes and the spiders don't get him, the
exactly
vipers will.
Yeah. So yeah, who else do you see on the list there that stands out to you?
Spandau Ballet.
Yeah. The
Gold.
Guy. They actually, that's amazing. Remember we said about the singing?
Oh shit, sorry.
So Tony Hadley is currently, they've divided what they always do in I'm a Celebrity, that trick of making a leader to cause like ructions amongst people.
Okay.
There's so many egos, and the last thing they want is someone to be made a leader. So I think there's a yellow and a red camp, and this guy Tony Hadley has become leader of his side of the camp. But already they're kind of speculating he could be like last year's Carl Fogarty, who was sort of the dark horse then, who was sort of the alpha male, who kind of was quiet enough and not really a huge character, but was the one that kind of stayed steady throughout. So they think that he could be the dark horse of the competition, but we're 3 days in, so God knows. But he actually seems cool enough so far.
Okay. Sorry, most haunted Yvette Fielding.
I have no idea who she is.
Oh my god, you didn't watch Most Haunted? It was the most ridiculous show that was like on Sky Living for years, and it was like they go ghost hunting.
I did
and
see
they
it,
always
yeah,
be
I
like,
wouldn't know the
we're
character,
here
yeah.
at Castle Black to investigate whether or not these hauntings
Black
are real.
was Jon Snow there.
I know, I went to a Game of Thrones place, and it was like shot really nicely during the day, and then of course nighttime would roll around, and it'll have those night vision self-facing Blair Witch cameras, and they're like,
yeah.
what's that? Ah! I'm running around in the dark like with green faces because it's night vision, and the snot running in their nose and that, and it was the most ridiculous show. But like if it was on, you'd watch it just to see them be like, was there a ghost? Was it dust? Was it lint?
Yeah,
you know, ridiculous. But yeah, Vet Feeling, I would recognize a Vet Feeling if I saw her on the street. I'd be like, oh my god, a Vet Feeling. Blonde.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Older now, I imagine. It's been a while since Most Haunted.
Oh, this is, I suppose, her trying to get the career
Claw her
going
way back
again,
into the thing, yeah.
And Susanna Constantine, who is the other half of Trini and Susanna.
Oh,
Yes.
I was wondering what she was doing, because Trini's actually with Charles Saatchi now. Or she was, last time I checked.
Oh, really?
It's in Nigella's Charles Saatchi.
Oh, scandalous.
Yeah. So I was wondering, so Susanna is in the jungle.
Yeah,
okay.
Susanna's in the jungle,
Is she creating, like,
yeah, it was herself.
costumes
and
out
I
of
think,
bay leaves and the like?
I haven't seen her. Maybe she has. I don't know. It's on for so long each night. I keep missing bits. So if I have, I apologize.
Like, I have a life.
Yeah. So far, no. She was there in the initial part with, I think it was herself and Tony Hadley that they were. I think actually Susanna could be leader over in the yellow camp, because they were the two that picked their teams in the kind of the first episode.
Gotcha.
You know the way they do that?
Yep.
So yeah, so far she seems to be doing well. Oh, the X Factor guy is on it, Brian Friedman.
Oh,
Yeah.
creative director and dancer, and
Yes.
he did something with Britney.
Vogue extraordinaire.
Who's
Spears.
doing the X Factor? Well, he's gone.
I feel this is why the X Factor ratings have gone down, because they've
Lack
got
of Brian
rid-
Friedman.
Yeah, exactly.
Be there to make it like over the top
Yeah.
and stupid.
I think he might have kind of done the whole when X Factor were, you know, getting rid of everyone in the bathwater. I think he might have left.
He may have gone out with Louis.
Yeah.
Oh, poor
Because
Brian.
there were so many people leaving X Factor in the last 12 months that I think he might have been
I'm
another one. He
surprised.
must have been, because
He
he's
must have
obviously
been.
not working on it now.
Yeah,
I think he wants to establish his own sort of profile
yeah,
outside
Brand.
of X Factor. Yeah.
yeah. Brand Friedman. Oh my god.
And who
I'd say
else?
he must be quite interesting there. I think he's got like worked with so many people and stories to tell, but I can,
Yeah.
and I can see that he would actually also possibly be someone who would wind everyone up a lot. And also as a creative director, I imagine he would be used to being in charge.
Yeah.
And so being told what to do would be a bit like,
And also, he may create an amazing dance routine for the whole camp.
I mean, if there isn't a daily like cardio
I would
session
assume
with
so.
choreography,
That should really be one of the do they get tasks in the camp?
they will do. There
Yeah.
has to be a dance task. Dance task.
Who else is there? Dragon's Den, Duncan Ballantyne.
Don't know.
Don't care. Lady Colin Campbell, who I didn't really know that much of. She writes or has written a lot of the royal family's books, so she would have wrote about Princess Diana and the
Like,
Queen Mother and stuff.
Written like ghost written for them, or like just biographies of.
I think just biographies
Okay.
of. All I know is that she was, when I was reading about her there, she's kind of this controversial figure. She's an older lady, is very much opinionated, has already had an altercation with, I think, Tony in the camp on Monday over
Okay.
something or other. So
And is she a bona fide lady? Like,
yeah, she's like
peerage and.
Lady C, that's what they keep calling her.
Okay.
And I think you'll see her straight away. She's just sort of, you know. And
Is she like doing her best Countess Dowager?
Yeah, she's just sort of, you just know she's going to cause trouble. She's going to be the one who's going to be part of the main, like, as in, remember last year they had that politician, her name's going out of my head. You know, the one that was on Dance, or, what's her name? Oh,
Doesn't
never
matter.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was kind of the controversial sort of older lady
Figure.
that,
Okay.
you know, clashes with all the young ones. But yeah, she had a fight with Tony Hadley the last day because he put her down as the laziest camp member, only because he wanted her to do less work, because, you know, she is like whatever in her 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
But of course she took this very badly and they ended up fighting. So I think Tony was trying to be sound, but then ended up massively offending her. So fair enough, she's entitled to say that.
Yeah.
And then who else did we have? Chris Eubank, we've mentioned him.
I think Chris Eubank is a bit of a coup, but anyway.
No, yeah, that is, yeah. He's probably the only one I knew straight away. And I think him and George, I was reading, are having some sort of bromance.
Little George?
Yeah.
Who's George?
Like, it must be literally Big Brother, Little Brother bromance, but, you know.
Or I wonder, is it one of those things that, you know, there's always, and there's two guys with like fitness regimes in there, they're like, so they lift together.
Yeah, that's
bro,
probably it.
and all those kind
Bro,
of
yeah,
things.
lads.
Lads.
Footballer Kieran Dyer. any relation to Danny Dyer? If not, I don't want to know.
I feel like that's the only story and the only reason I'd be interested. I'm sure he's in there because
he's probably like this huge, really important footballer, and we just
or he probably is in there because someone did a kiss and tell on him, and he was in the tabloids.
Probably.
That's the only reason they're ever in there.
Yeah, and then as we said, Vicky Pattison is arriving along with Fern, who's going to cause a lot of trouble, I'd imagine. And they have had some, I think they have some background with someone. They were exes of...
Maybe Kieran Dyer, that's him.
Oh yeah, they were exes of that guy Charlie from Towie, so I think that's might cause trouble between them. Now I could be mixing up all my reality shows, but it kind of feels like at the moment there's like recreating X on the beach in the jungle or something.
Really? Oh.
There's all these reality stars. They're all like hot young things, and they're all hanging out together, and it's like, I don't know. But it's not like, as far as I'm a celebrity, it's not like it's losing its way.
Yeah, we're like, oh, it's really gone downhill.
Yeah,
I mean, it's such an acclaimed
this
show.
This is what it does. Yeah. Although it's still, I was reading, it got like I think 10 million for the first episode, which is obviously really good. But they were saying it's still actually down 500,000 from last year, and down even then on its first ever episode. So, but I'm like, Jesus, if you're fighting with 10 million, I think the X Factor is only about 6 or 7 at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
And it's been going for 15 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, the 15th go around. Like, we all know what happens in this show now. Like, I'm trying to think of any of the previous winners, of anyone who's ever actually been in the show, have like sustained their like career afterwards.
Well,
like
Kerry Katona is huge now, Dave. You know.
Poor Kerry Katona.
So it's Kerry Katona. Keen Egan won it. I don't honestly think it does have that much
like it
prestige, so to speak.
No, it's not like Strictly kind of helps. I feel helps people. People who win Strictly kind of get another like a bump, and they're in the headlines a bit. But like
that's true.
I think it's become more fodder. It's like you'll get okay. And you'll get
and
hello.
Also I'm a Celebrity is only 3 weeks, I suppose. So you are like
a flash in the pan as opposed to like
exactly
Saturdays and Sunday nights and people's.
But then saying that, say the likes of Carl Fogarty who won it last year. I mean, I'm sure for in a lot of ways his profile was, you know, risen a lot afterwards. Like, because in fairness, he was probably sitting at home doing nothing before that. He was just like a motorcycle driver of like whatever past. So I'd imagine there is a small, like, isn't they be more in demand for like maybe on panel TV shows and stuff? They'd probably pop up for the first. So I'd say there's like a bit of a not in a really obvious way, but I'm sure there's like a small like 6 months of like a lot of work.
There must be like a mini industry that's kind of like already like laid out.
Yeah.
For them to be like, okay, so you win, and you go and you do hello, and then you talk about your relationship, and then you break up in your relationship, and then you talk about your breakup, and then you get married to a new person, and then you get in hello again. Or you know, you go on the one show and you go on 8 out of 10 Cats or something, and you go on Big Fat Quiz of the Year. I don't know, but obviously stuff like that. But I just like there's no one I don't go ooh. Like, oh yeah, that was the best move their careers really made them. Like, I really care about the person who was in I'm a Celebrity.
So many winners I can picture, but I can't even think of their names.
Like, as I said at the beginning, I really think the show is all about keeping Anton Deck like on TV. It's like the ITV must have signed them a massive contract and like, oh, nothing else you do kind of seems to work anymore, but let's just keep doing I'm a Celeb.
Anton Deck?
Yeah.
Anton Deck are like the Golden Boys still.
I know, but like, when was the last time they had anything that was like super successful?
I'm a Celebrity, Britain's Got Talent.
Did they do Britain's Got Talent?
Anton Deck Saturday Night.
Does Takeaway? I thought Takeaway kind of bombed.
No.
Maybe my perception of them is completely off.
I'm like so weirdly defensive of Anton Deck right now. No, they win like national television
Mr.
awards.
Donnelly are like high on your list.
No, I remember just seeing a piece of them before on radio, and I went through like all their stuff. Their Tonight Show the Saturday Night Takeaway is over in America at the moment, and what's his name? Barney Stinson. Barney Stinson, yeah.
Well, the character.
Yeah. No, what's his name? The actor. We can never think of
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris is just fucking teasing me. He is presenting it. So, like, obviously they're getting a big chunk of that because that's their show.
Yeah. Production money.
They get, like, constantly every year, Graham Norton is losing out to the presenter of the Year Awards, to the National Television Awards. Every year. That's like a running joke between them that, like, even they've had Anton Deck on the show and Graham Norton's like he never wins when he's up against them. Every award category, like, they've won 21 National Television Awards. They've had a lifetime recognition. Like, any category they are in, they clear up. So, like...
Oh, my God.
They are, like, the golden boys of the UK.
Well, Graham Norton, I would just say this, like, probably just like, what is that award? Like, what even is it? If he ever wins it now, he'd be like, I'm just going to give it to the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
So they need another panel for their mosaic that they're building.
But every show that they're on, this just, I mean, awards-wise, it does well. Like, viewership-wise, it does amazing. Yeah. So, and I do think that, like, I'm a Celebrity wouldn't be half as entertaining. Also for them two commenting away in the background. So.
Yeah. I don't tune into it, but the don't tune into the show either, really. But the After Bits with Laura Whitmore.
Oh yeah, that's great as well. She's very good.
I know she's great,
yeah.
but I mean, I haven't like what's the setup with that? Because I know obviously that I'm Celeb.
So
like
they have like
anti-deck report and then go in for the challenges.
They have a panel there, and what they do is, so say at the moment they have Gemma Collins, I think is her name. That was actually in it for a few days last year. So I think they have it for 3 weeks, and they fly celebrities over, and they're in it every day for like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
They'll, as like the panel, commenting on things that have happened, which obviously is the only way to do it when you're flying people over for, you know, like Australia. Yeah. So you want to get as much out of them as possible. And then they do this, the celebrities there, they do Bush Tucker trials as well. So that's kind of entertaining.
Okay, that's interesting.
They go through everything that's happened. Joe Swash is there commenting on things, running around. They do like a little guy in the corner that goes through like internet reaction or social media reaction to everything. But no, I have to say
it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it's live, and it's, I mean, Laura Whitmore is
having a mare.
Yeah, it's very natural, like unbelievably natural doing it. That like, yeah, it kind of makes it great to watch because I think she's just very much like at ease in front of the camera and at ease with all the guests. And maybe it's the Irish thing as well. You kind of feel like you know her or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's brilliant at it. And Joe Swash is Joe Swash, you know. All right, I make it easy. So it's entertaining enough as after shows go. You usually don't bother with them at all. Okay. So yeah, it's on for 3 weeks anyway, and it's on every night. So it's hard to escape.
Is it usually this close to Christmas that it's on?
I
don't really feel like it's been in the ether before. I always felt it was a January kind of thing.
No, because I remember, as I said, last year being quite into it, and it would have been around this time. I mean, give or take of a couple of weeks, but I'm pretty sure it was, because my mum was watching a lot as well, and we used to both talk about it. I'm so cool.
No, I think it's a mum favourite. My mum's a solid favourite too.
Yeah. So so that's it. So who would you like to see win out of those random collection?
Well, I don't see. I always feel like this: if you see like a number of names at the start of a show, you don't, especially with like the Big Brothers, because that's the one I would tune into. You never know how it's going to go because you don't know what they're going to come out with and what's going to be shown, and then how everyone's going to react.
Exactly.
So like we all know what happened to poor Jade Goody, even though she was being a terrible racist that time. So I mean, looking at these, I don't know. You seem to say this Georgie Porter one could be a favorite. That could turn on her. Yeah. Because, you know, people can be fickle. I don't know. It's like, I think people tend to go with like a lovable, someone who's like been nice without ever really being a bastard.
Yeah.
But also like stands up for themselves. I don't know. It's hard to call. I would maybe. You never know. I don't know.
You're gonna need an answer, Dave.
People are gonna vote for these Made in Chelsea horrors.
They will.
You know that way. I'm gonna put my money behind Brian Friedman just because I would like to see Brian Friedman win.
Yeah, fair enough. I am gonna put my money behind Tony Hadley just because I do think he's the dark horse and he could be like Imran last year, Carl Fogarty. Again, I think Georgie Porter, you're right. I think she's so hot. She's so hot right now. But I think they'll have her doing all the tasks. They'll have her do all the things. And I don't know, unless she really brings a lot of personality to the whole thing, or there's some budding romance maybe, which there could potentially be, then I do think she might have to end up packing her bags soon enough. So I do think it will be one of the ones that we're actually not even seeing too much of, that will go on to
take
win.
The crown of,
or maybe it'll be Georgie, and if it is, you know, who gives a shit, it's fine.
Yeah, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, no one will care a week later, a day later.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's it for the guide. Thanks very much for listening.
Thank you. Yeah, and if you have any ideas or things that TV shows that you are not watching or that we are not watching that you think we should be talking about or we should watch, let us know.
Yes.
And you can like it and subscribe to it and do all the things with your Stitcher and your iTunes and your SoundClouds.
Yeah.
And your things and the links below.
Yeah.
So
the internet malarkey.
All that internet malarkey that we are in charge of.
Yay.
Don't you feel safe? Okay.
Thanks very much.